Okay, my name is Philip Yake, and today I would like to talk about corruption. And I would like to say that corruption is a very, very big problem, not just in Kenya, but the whole world. Okay, I would like to say that okay, corruption is a matter of integrity. And if I'm to give an example, is that if money, if let me just give an example of a member of parliament for any constituency in whichever country. If you are allocated money for CDF, um, this money is meant to be used, for instance, in building classrooms, building any public property, public thing. Then this money disappears in a way that nobody understands. You realize that the buildings, the classrooms have not been built. There is no any development project that relevant development project that can be seen or you can account for. Or maybe the projects that are there, they were shortly done. Okay, so that is the form of corruption that I'm trying to I'm trying to elaborate here. And of course, I have prepared some key areas or ways through which we can alleviate or try to reduce corruption. Okay, I'd like to say that corruption is a major problem that affects countries around the world, and it undermines the rule of law. It damages public trust in governments and diverts resources away from essential public services. And to combat corruption, countries must take a multifaceted approach, such as establishing laws that criminalize corruption activities and establish penalties, strong penalties, actually strong penalties, heavy penalties for those who engage in them. Okay. These laws should be enforced by independent and transparent law enforcement agencies to ensure that they are applied fairly and effectively. And that is the reason as to why, when we say that there is need for having an independent judiciary, it is very, very important for a country, any visionary, any country that is to have sustainable development. It must have independent judicial systems which are not being compromised by politicians that are at the hegemony or whatsoever. Okay, another reason is another important aspect of combating corruption is increasing transparency and accountability. Okay, governments can do this by publishing information on public contracts and spendings, and by establishing systems for supporting and investigating corruption. Okay, this helps to make government processes and decisions more transparent and subject to public scrutiny, making it more difficult for corrupt individuals to operate. Yeah. Then another thing is that promoting integrity. I think I've mentioned integrity in my introduction, and ethical behavior is also critical in the fight against corruption. Governments can foster a culture of integrity by promoting ethical values and behaviors, and by holding government officials and employees accountable for their actions. Okay, this can be done through training programs, codes of conduct, and other measures, of course. Okay, also imposing a strong and independent judicial systems, as I've mentioned earlier, is essential for investigating and prosecuting corrupt individuals. Okay, to strengthen the judicial system, countries must ensure that judges and other members of the system are qualified and trained and that they are not subject to political interference. I think I've I've explained this well. Okay, then we also go to civil society, where civil society and media freedoms also play an important roles in exposing and combating corruption. Okay, governments can support these sectors by promoting their rights and promoting their independence, and make sure that they work effectively without bias and without a hidden agenda. Okay, finally, I would like to say that international cooperations is also crucial in the fight against corruption. Okay, countries can work together through international organizations and agreements to exchange information, assist with investigations, and impose sanctions on corrupt individuals and entities. Okay, by taking a comprehensive and coordinated approach, uh, countries uh, countries can effectively combat corruption and build a more transparent and accountable societies. Okay, that's all I had to say for today. Okay, as I have said, my name is Philip Yakea, so you may hit the subscribe button from my YouTube channel for more of my videos. Thank you guys for watching.